Slide outs can be very cool, but they come with their own set of advantages and drawbacks. My name's Josh the RV Nerd, and one thing I've found is that everybody camps differently. And for somebody like me who doesn't tow extremely long distances, I like a slide out for the extra space that it gives me. But for people who do go towing long distances and want to make little traveling stops, sometimes slide outs can make navigating the RV while they're retracted a major problem. So I want to go through I looked at all the RV videos I've recorded over this past year, and I pulled out a selection of some of my favorite, what I call road mode travel friendly campers out there. When the definition for this video will be when the slide outs are closed, you can get to and utilize the bed, the bathroom, and at least the refrigerator. And then bonus points if you can also use things like the dining. And because the thing is, a lot of RV slide systems, you're not supposed to actually sit in or occupy or climb in them while they are retracted. If you want to learn more about that, take a look at this little companion video that I've already released up here telling you the kind of basic ins and outs of the majority of today's popular towable RV slide systems. And these are not to say these are the only ones or the best travel access campers out there. And it goes without saying, an RV with no slide is the best for travel stop access, but that's kind of a given. So those aren't going to appear on today's list. Apologies to Mr. William Schooley, who's a regular viewer who absolutely loves no slide RVs. You will not like today's list whatsoever. This is for everybody else who wants slides but still wants travel stop access. They're in no particular order. We're going to look at some quick clip flybys of a bunch of these things, and if you want to learn more about them, lots of links for you left in the video description to check pricing and availability. And if you like how we give you these different ideas and groupings together, hit that subscribe button. Let's get going. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bishop's RV down here at Ember today to get you a new floor plan, and I think I just got some poison ivy up my black tank, but that's not for you to worry about. That's more of an issue between me and my doctor. This is the new 21 RKE E-Series, which is the E-Series version of a 21 MRK Touring Edition. If you don't need all the fancy pants, jazzy shoes, over-the-top kind of stuff, you're looking for just the facts, ma'am, and maybe just a smidgen more with a little bit of thought put into it, that's where this one is right here. It has become one of my favorite categories of couples campers because it packs a lot of punch into a reasonably sized package. For instance, this thing's dry weight behind me, I think is like 4,900 pounds. So this is something that, you know, if you've got an average tow package half ton, you'd probably handle it pretty well. It's nicely under 30 feet. Actually, I think it's, what is it? It's probably closer to like 28 or whatever, with a true queen bed, an extra tall ceiling, and about an acre of countertop space. And what's awesome is the way they executed this. It's all on one flat level. A lot of times when RV manufacturers have gigantic countertops, their suppliers can't make one giant countertop piece. But because of a couple key things they did, they were able to keep it all one flat level, so you don't have to worry about like things spilling off of one edge onto the other or whatever. It has fantastic storage, and it doesn't have giant campsite windows, but when you're sitting down at any of the seating, like, you're really always looking out a campsite window. Great awning coverage. You've got that bigger 18,000 BTU Furrion Chill Cube air conditioner. They kind of learned from everyone else's mistakes, and they've really tweaked around this bathroom in a way that I think still makes it fluffy friendly in a style that most manufacturers don't. And no RV's ever perfect. I'm going to show you the good, the bad, the ugly, with everything in between. But I think this is a really solid entry into the E-Series floor plans that I'm excited to show you. So for 4 years running, I have called this my personal favorite couples camping travel trailer out there. And they just cranked it up to 11. You have got to see this. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bishop's RV, down here actually at Keystone today, checking out what's new for 2025 on the Cougar family of campers. And they've done some things I didn't expect them, frankly, to ever do. First of all, some of the obvious stuff, like there's little interior decor tweaks and a couple little furniture changes, but they have finally adopted composite walls, composite flooring, composite slide walls, composite like end walls. They have adopted the composite age here on Cougar. It is the first and currently only Keystone brand that has done this across their entire lineup effectively. So what this is like below your fiberglass, below your wallpaper on the inside, they have a new composite like wallboard that they're using, and they've maintained their use of hyperdeck flooring. So like a lot of Asdel using brands still had like a stick-built floor or Luan in the floor. A lot of brands like Keystone that had a composite floor still had wood in the walls. Well, Cougar is one of the very first to do both things. And I know that there's a lot of people, I've heard a lot of criticism over the last couple years. People are like, when are they going to finally go composite? Well, they have, guys. They're finally there. And any of their travel trailers like this one that do not have a full bed slide, they have completely redesigned the front pass-through storage compartment. They've given it a drop frame. When we get into the details of the front compartment, I think just that alone is impressive. Now, they've also done some things like changed up some furniture options and swaptions on this. They still have their 220 watt solar package that you can crank up to 660 with a big inverter and all kinds of other stuff if you're so inclined. Cougar has, once again, elevated themselves above where almost any other travel trailer goes. Like, they've maintained ABS, but they now have put a Road Armor fifth wheel suspension on this little travel trailer right here to make it one of the better handling, smoother riding, safer towing and going kind of campers out there. Now, like any RV, it's got a couple downsides, but this is threatening to be a 5-time champion in my eyes, and I'm really curious to know what you think about it. So this weird camper is kind of a case, be careful what you wish for. Welcome everybody, Josh RV Nerd of Bish's RV down here at Grand Design today with one of the more, I think, unique and interesting floor plans in their lineup. You're either gonna love this or you're gonna hate it. There's probably not anything in between, so let's get in there. Basically what they did here is there are so many people who will often comment on videos or provide feedback and say, why don't they put the windows on the campsite? Well, the entry door is actually the problem. The entry door prevents manufacturers from typically flipping an RV. So what they did is they built around that specifically for this model. And instead of having a slide out on the driver's side, it has a slide out on the camp side of the RV, which allows this to have maximum windows on your side of the campsite where you really want it. Now, what's cool about that is it actually maximizes the kitchen, provides more counter space and way more storage than a kitchen slide would normally provide. I know that sounds backwards, but that's actually how it works out. And interestingly, this design allows you to gain more space on the campsite of your RV, which sounds like nonsense because you're thinking, there's a slide on the campsite. How could that be? Because there's no slide on the driver's side. You can literally position your RV closer to basically your campsite property edge to maximize the space you get on your campsite. But every RV's greatest asset is also its greatest liability. It's really cool that this one has great road mode access and great storage and a true queen bed and a bunch of other awesome things. But it also means the design of this layout does not allow for a really nice big awning space, which you normally find on imagined floor plans. So this is specifically designed for people who are looking for a different thing, who want a small RV that maximizes and focuses first on interior living space and worries last about exterior campsite patio function. So they make other models for other things, but that's how this one do right here. And if you want to kind of learn more about that, the ups and the downs of it, stay tuned here. And if as we go, I'd love to hear from you. What do you like about it and what would you change? And if you like how we try to give you that voice, and your opinions are literally one of the things that help make this floor plan possible, hit the little subscribe button and keep that feedback coming. Let's go. Hello everybody, welcome to Bish's RV down here at Grand Design today. Getting some updated footage. It's been a couple years since I went through this one, and they have made some very good, very smart moves and improvements on this. What's brilliant about this floor plan is that they took everything they were doing well, and then they just took your feedback on how to make it better, and then just did that. Isn't that a crazy concept? Give the people what they want, and the people that actually can't maybe have a clue, and that's literally how they went about this one. So this floor plan comes in under 30 foot. It'll work for a lot of half tons. It's generally going to be regarded as half ton towable. We have a very solid extended season weather package, really good running gear too, with Goodyear tires, prepped for TPMS. Also has an anti-lock braking factory standard on here, one of the very few brands of travel trailers with that enhanced safety feature. The patio awning space on this could not be better. They put the biggest awning on it they possibly could. Huge front pass-through. The whole chassis, it's not on a traditional Lippert I-beam chassis, but it still has their 1+3+5 year RV structural and frame warranty applied to this. They've enhanced the solar package. We've got a 300-pound receiver hitch on the back. And we are still, though, carpetless, ventless, easy cleaning, campside window coverage, really good kitchen counter space and storage given no bigger than the RV is. They've enhanced the lighting package on this. It has a really big walk-through bathroom, but one of the brilliant parts of this floor plan is this is one of the few instances where you have a walk-through bathroom that when the slide closes does not cut the camper in half. Even though the RV has 2 entry doors, you can go up to the true queen bed and all the way back to the kitchen without ever opening the slide out. They just really, really did this one so nicely right here. It's got a couple things people may not. Some people are like, I hate walk-through bathrooms. This is probably not the right camper for you then. But for the most part, I have to go looking for trouble in this thing with the map and glasses. It's really dialed in. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV. I'll be your guide today. Been a couple years since I had a chance to really go through this one, get you some update footage. This is, for a number of years, been a very popular couples model. And it checks some very major boxes. Like, it will qualify for what most people would consider, I think, half-ton towability. There's some half-tons in some towing scenarios like mountains where maybe you would want to step up on your vehicle, but a lot of times this would be in that half-ton towable potential category. It gives us a slide out for extra space, no carpet, no vents in the floor, larger air conditioner, private bedroom, a little bit of a battery tending solar package, holding tank heat pads on every single one of your holding tanks with an enclosed belly. And today we're looking at the really smexy black label package, which upgrades from a conventional tin skin to that high gloss gel coat fiberglass that we're looking at here today. And it just completely transforms almost the entire look and feel of the RV. Plus there's some other things on the inside of the RV that go with it. Got that electric fireplace. Now this isn't made for that Arctic cold camping, but short of that Arctic cold camping, that little electric heater will keep you very toasty in the living room without burning your propane, which is kind of cool. Little outdoor drink station with a fridge and a little ice maker and a bunch of other handy widgets, gizmos, and doodads on this one. But like any RV, it's got positives and negatives. It's a step-up slide, which some people may not prefer. There's really no option here for like a true theater seat or anything like that as well. Despite seeing the fiberglass, it's not in that really, it's subjective, but upper echelon of like equipment package kind of RVs, but it's also going to be a lot closer to the more budget kind of campers out there. It's a really smarter class kind of in-betweener right here that does a lot of good things, but there's some things about it that you just may not flat out like a radius shower. You might not like the radius shower. You might not like the bed. I want to volunteer the stuff that you might enjoy and might not enjoy both in this video as equally as I can to give you the fairest estimation of what this one may offer you. And if you appreciate that, hit that subscribe button, like our video. Let's get in there. So together we saw the very first prototype of this model last year, and you provided tons of feedback for it, and Cougar listened. And together, you have made this RV better than it ever would have been. I'm really excited to see what you think about it. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV, down here at Keystone today, getting to look at some of the first looks at some of their first run 2025 prototypes. So keep in mind, there's still a couple things that might change on this, but there's already been some significant changes from when it was first conceived, based heavily on your input off my initial video of this thing. So this is threatening, I personally feel, to maybe be my personal pick for, quote, the best 30-foot front kitchen super slide RV with rear bed slide. Now, there's tons of builders who make a floor plan like this. A lot of them are 34, 35 feet. Hitting that 30-foot mark is a hard thing a lot of brands don't do very well. And most of them that do, they only accomplish it by going with a radius shower bathroom that really limits elbow room that a lot of people don't like. And that was one of the main factors that Cougar wanted to focus on here, is improving the bathroom. They went with a walk-through bath design, which some people may not prefer, but the thing is, it solves the problems of things like travel access. It gives us a big rectangular shower with awesome headroom. It still has a full living room super slide. They expanded the kitchen counter space based on what you expressed to be your preferences. They changed up their little pantry-tainment center a little bit, and I think it functions better than it ever used to. They've also done things like they've maintained the Goodyear tires this year. They've maintained the anti-lock braking system, but they've added a road armor fifth wheel suspension package with like greasable wet bolt fasteners and all kinds of enhanced running gear upgrades. They've still maintained all their same solar and inverter situations. Big power awning going on here. You're dual air capable. You're 0 to 110 degree rated, tested, proven. This thing rocks my socks. It also now gives us the choice between a true queen or a 70 by 80 RV king bed. So they're really listening to all the input that you folks have provided and packing that into their RVs here. And it's still got a couple little kind of points to it, but overall, I like it, and I'm really curious to know. I want to hear from you as we go. Where did they nail it? Where did they fail it? Where could they improve it further? And if you appreciate the candid look and an opportunity to voice your opinion to manufacturers, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the regular return of members of the RV Nerd Herd. My name's Josh, and we're going to be going through a brand new model I have found over here at the Grey Wolf segment of the Cherokee family of Forest River RVs. So we're in like 4 layers of camper in campception, basically. And this is a camper that I think would really work nicely for someone who, if you're the person that feels like, I have no use for a dinette in an RV. I think a dinette is a complete waste of space in a camper. You might like this one. If you absolutely have to have a dinette, maybe just drop a like on the video and then move on, and I'll just I'll help you save the time, unless you just are kind of curious and look around, because there's a lot of cool things on this rig. First of all, it crushes the campsite window coverage test, whether it's the bedroom, the kitchen, especially the living lounge area. Man, they nailed it with windows on this RV. Wraps all the way around, even the back side of the camper. Awesome campsite views. The RV is a little bit longer, I think, than the 27 model number kind of suggests. I got a feeling this is probably a little further up into the 30s, but I don't have full weights and measures available to me as I'm recording this now, so just maybe a little cautionary consideration there. They're playing with different versions of a rear lounge, so we are looking at a prototype today. It is very possible the one that actually goes into production will have some other version of seating, so maybe we can get some of your feedback on that to kind of dial in. Now, speaking of what your feedback has done, your feedback has caused them to go with a little bit larger beds. Your feedback has caused them to improve their solar package. They have holding tank heaters on these now, obviously the campsite window coverage, and a bunch of other things. This is I think, a very cool, fun model. Like, if you want to have some friends over and enjoy some like recreation time, but you also just want your own personal, really stretch out and relax and have your own personal space kind of rig, this thing works, but it's not without its hiccups. And sharing the good with the bad, that's what we do, so that you can always be more educated in your purchasing. And if you appreciate that, hit that subscribe button, and let's go. You've been asking, I've been trying, and today we're finally gonna get it done, taking a look at the brand new 204 Surveyor. Enjoy. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd from Bish's RV down here with an RV whose layout, it's my personal favorite couples camping layout. Like, if it was just me and the wife getting a travel trailer, I like this floor plan from a bunch of different manufacturers. So I was really curious to see what Surveyor was going to bring to the table, because Surveyor is really known for like always putting an interesting little half twist on any floor plan they put out. They very rarely carbon copy anything. And they did, like, by virtue of the fact they went with a full-on rack and pinion floor flush slide, they've definitely opened up the space in this. It's only 27 foot total tip to tail. And by virtue of the fact that it has an open bedroom design, it really opens up the space in this floor plan. It's solidly under 30 feet. It's 27 feet. That has a true queen bed, a dedicated theater seat, or love seat, because it's got a folding armrest, and dining. But the kind of interesting thing on their version, they sacrificed a pantry and came up with like a double dining arrangement. And I wasn't expecting that when I walked into the RV, and I've walked in and out of the camper a few times now, and I'm still wrapping my head around it, and I'm still not necessarily sure what I think about it. So as we go through this video, I'm going to do my best to kind of cover everything the RV has, both good and bad, and I'd love to hear your feedback as we go. Where did they nail it? Where did they fail it? A couple quick high points on these. They have holding tank heaters, enclosed heated belly, Goodyear tires with tire pressure monitoring, Asdel below the fiberglass all the way around the RV. They do a lot of lamination on this to help keep the weight in check. That's another thing. This fits a lot of late model tow package half tons, and it's not too big that towing it is necessarily a scary white knuckle experience. A little bit taller inside, and they've recently upgraded the bathroom fan based on your feedback across the entire Surveyor lineup. So they're doing some cool things here. I'm just really curious to know what you think about the living room layout of this one, and if you like how we give you a voice to get back to the manufacturers and we get you footage of these new things. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get in there. It blows me away. They managed to do this at less than 4,500 pounds. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV, down here at Forest River today, taking a look at, this is one of the sharper Rpod. I don't know, I haven't really been unhappy with any of the Rpods I've seen, but anyway, I like this layout. That's the biggest thing I'm saying, because it takes a very popular layout. Like Rockwood calls it a 2205, Surveyor calls it a 202. There's tons of builders who make a layout kind of like this, but they're all bigger, they're all heavier, they're all require a little more vehicle to tow. This is a lighter weight, tandem axle, easy towing kind of package right here, like Goodyear tires, TPMS factory standard, that gives you a front true queen bed, a like theater seat that's either cuddle compliant or has a fold down population control armrest that actually does kick back and recline, but somehow in a step up slide out that you'll never know is a step up slide out. Like it's kind of some weird wizardry went on inside this thing. Straight across from a 12-volt entertainment center with a pass through dining bar, inside outside kind of acrylic Euro window, like food truck serving station vibe going on here, with a campside dining bar that extends the kitchen counter out, and really good pantry space, a non-radius shower, and even though this is smaller than everybody else who says if there's no way they can put a rectangular shower in their floor plans, so they go with a radius shower, this is smaller and still has the better shower that people prefer, with the bigger fan that people prefer, and a hitch on the back, and 200 watts of solar, and Asdel, and a partridge in a pear tree, like a heated underbelly. They have racked, packed, and stacked 10 pounds of sugar into a 5-pound sack on this thing, and it is not a surprise to me that this is threatening to be their #1 overall floor plan, like right here. Now, there's probably some things about it some people like, some people might not. I want to go through, try to be as candid as I can, show you the good, bad, ugly with everything in between, and let you decide if it's the right one for you or not. And if you appreciate that, hit that subscribe button. Let's get started in here, because I think this one might take some people by surprise. Hey everybody, welcome to Coachmen RV. My name is Josh the RV Nerd with Bish's RV down here today. We were invited in to be able to get a chance to showcase for you what's alive for 25 in the Apex Nano series from Coachmen. Behind us is an RV that has a series of qualities almost not ever found together anywhere else in the RV marketplace. Very, very rare. It is a narrow body, tandem axle, couples model with a walk-around bed and a slide out, which first of all, that almost doesn't exist out there. Winnebago does a couple, but that's about it. This also though comes in at a maximum GVW of 6,000 pounds, and the empty dry weight is only about 4,150. So this is something that you don't necessarily need a big giant gravedigger monster truck to be able to tow this thing around. But it gives you the benefits and the comfort of the smaller, lighter body with the benefits and comfort of tandem axle towing. It's a really rare series of features to find. Speaking of your towing factors, the one we're looking at today is outfitted with the optional Goodyear Wrangler tire package, so those lift the RV up a little bit in case you want to get off the pavement. It's not a off-road monster machine, but if you want to get off the pavement a little bit, she could do that. Also has 200 watts of factory solar, and I think reasonable holding tank capacities. This is never the base model RV. This is never the top model. Apex Nano is a really good dead center in the middle, smarter class kind of camper that does the big hitter features like good awning space, all aluminum skeleton helping keep the weight down. They were also Coachmen's the first to really use Asdel, let alone double Asdel on the sidewalls like you're seeing here. And carpetless, ventless flooring, a whole bunch of really good, easy camping kind of qualities. It's a sneaky good, popular little camper. Things like the bathroom are a little tight, for sure. But, I don't know, maybe if you're a little bit smaller, you can make that work for you. As we go, let me know what you think and hit that subscribe button if you appreciate how we share you the good and the bad. So, for like 5 years in a row, this style of floor plan I have called my personal nerd-preferred half-ton towable couples camper out there. And based on your feedback, we think we might have made it even better. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV, taking our first look at the new Go Explore 225. This is a model very heavily influenced off of, I'll just say, my love of things like the Cougar 22 MLS, the Imagine 22 MLE, and all the other builders who make a floor plan like that. Let's get this right out of the way. It is not an original floor plan, but we did some original things to this based on user feedback and viewer feedback on this very channel. And we think, with your help, we might have just made this thing better here. So what this is, again, half-ton towable. We have a taller ceiling. We also have an Olympic queen bed, which is 66 by 80. What's nice is it's bigger than a standard queen, but you can still walk around it, and you can still get replacement mattresses and sheets for it on Amazon, so that's cool. We have things like an enclosed heated belly. We have Asdel in the sidewalls, a basic battery tending solar package, XL bathroom vent fan, also factory standard, but one of the things I put my foot down, I said, if I have one way to influence this floor plan, it's that I want to bring the TV down from the ceiling position. Almost every builder who makes this layout, they mount the television across from the theater seat, but all the way up against the ceiling, and it's still a little bit of a neck crank unless you're fully reclined in those theater seats. I didn't want it to have to be that way. So basically, we stole a motorhome dinette with a power televator built in, and that opened up that campsite wall for bigger window coverage on a floor plan like this than, as far as I know, anyone has ever done before. Now, this is just littered with fun little features, like the entire front pass-through compartment. There's like 20 fun little things in just the front pass-through. We've even given you better sewer storage solutions on here, but like any RV, as excited as I am about this and as much as I love this thing, there's a few things about it that I think could still potentially be improved, or things you should at least consider before ponying up and handing over your paycheck, you know. And despite the fact that this is, you know, a Bish's RV exclusive series trailer, I still want to be fair. I don't want to point out the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between, so you can decide if it's the right one for you or not. Because just because I like it doesn't mean everybody should like it. And if you appreciate that fair way of things, if you appreciate how we put your feedback into a product here, hit that subscribe button, like our video, and as we go, please leave us notes and let us know what you think. Eagle just finally came out with something under 30 feet, and this floor plan might be slicker than the Quick Lube place down the street. Hello everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV, and I am pumped to see this thing. So the last 4 years in a row, I've called the Cougar version of this floor plan my personal favorite couples camping travel trailer. And I've always liked Eagle trailers, but they're always so big and so heavy, and they're like 35 foot long all the time. And they realize that there are some people who want a nice upscale premium grade trailer that just don't want a 35-foot trailer. And they are crushing it with this new floor plan right here. So what separates this one? Because I bet there's close to a dozen builders who make this floor plan now. Why is this one striking me so different? I predict it'll still probably stay pretty cool, but it's a weird combo. And that's the kind of, I want to be fair, and I want to tell you the good with the bad. I like what they did with the bed. They went with an Olympic queen size bed with a maximized front windshield, and it makes this RV look and feel huge. The light color palette helps. The cross breeze windows, the campside window coverage helps. The 7-foot ceiling in this thing helps. That also maximizes your cabinetry space in your kitchen, so you're getting more of that. This is prototype number 1 of 1, though. And what they realized when they built this is the bathroom's too tight, but they're fixing that. So the one that we look at today, I'm gonna bonk my elbows in the bathroom, but when you see it in person, you're not going to. Instead, you're going to enjoy things like the Dexter axles, the Goodyear tires, and a ton of other awesome features on this. I think it's really exciting. Now, this isn't necessarily the lightest weight or least expensive version of this floor plan, but it's also not the heaviest and not the most expensive version of this floor plan, despite being very heavily equipped. And I think that's awesome. But that's my opinion. As we go through, I want to hear what you think, good, bad, ugly, and in between. And let's compare some notes in the comments section. And if you appreciate that candid approach, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Hello, welcome everybody. Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV, getting blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce another runner in the night over here in this morning sunshine as we get you some updated footage on one of my favorite couples camping floor plans. This absolutely ranks up there in like my top 3, top 5 nerd preferred couples half-ton towable models. This 252 Coachmen just nails it. It gives me a taller ceiling inside, a true queen bed, a taller shower, so it really fits nicely a bigger nerd ball like me. But we also have things like very easy viewing, direct facing entertainment. We've got an electric space heating Tootsie Toaster here. You got the dinette and the slide giving you the space to, like, you know, sit down, have a bite to eat without really interfering with the flow of everything. There's also some really nice storage in the bathroom, and this has an excellent outdoor camp kitchen station situation, including a real sink with a real drain, which very few camp kitchens include. The refrigerator and the sink, my personal feeling is that those are the two most useful things in a camp kitchen, and they're the sink is one of the things most manufacturers just don't even do anymore. The underbelly of this is enclosed and heated. They are running wide stance stability axles to give you a little bit better ride and handling, which is another factor that really will roll into the potential half-ton towability of this camper right here. But Coachmen's also basically the originator of Asdel use in the RV industry, and they were one of the first to go to dual Asdel on the inside and outside layers of their laminated aluminum framed walls. They have moved away from a laminated floor to avoid any worry about soft spots and gone to a 5/8 tongue and groove plywood floor deck. There's a couple cool things on this RV, obviously, but there's a couple weird things like they're one of the few brands in this classic category that isn't yet doing any standard solar, but solar is optional, and it's basically all plug and play ready to go. So you could slap solar on it if you want to. So just like that, I'm going to tell you things that are awesome or maybe not awesome and things you need to consider before handing over your paycheck that you work so hard for. And if you appreciate that fair and candid approach, hit that subscribe button. Let's get in there and see what else she has to offer. Hello and welcome everybody. Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV here with a new Surveyor model that kind of gives you a little bit of a new take on couples camping. What's actually really interesting about this is they've incorporated one of my favorite bunkhouse living rooms in a non-bunkhouse model with just a really nice rear bathroom, extra tall shower, big XL vent fan that's due for 2025. You folks said you wanted it, so they included the big Fajita Friday Fume Fight fart fans to the dollar store 4-inch fart fan variety. They also have some awesome storage in that bathroom as well. But this is a brand, I've been saying it all year here. People sleep on Surveyor, and I think that's a mistake. This thing comes in just a smidge over 30 feet. The weight categories come in, I think, reasonably half-ton towable. We've got the Goodyear Endurance radials, good sneakers on the road when you're running that marathon, plus tire pressure monitoring to give you the peace of mind and the insights to know, like, hey, sometimes we got to pull over and change a flat tire in transit. But we've also got things like a true queen bed with some of the best storage in the bedroom that I've seen in a very long time. Surveyor's become very, very good at this. But again, taller ceiling, it's 6'9" tall. It's also carpetless, ventless, and super easy to clean as a result, but also including a central vacuum system with what I like to call the electric dustpan. You can literally just broom everything up. You don't even get out the whole pool cleaner kit with all the hoses. You can literally just sweep it toward the baseboard in the kitchen. It sucks it up. You just dump the thing later and you're done, son. The underbelly's enclosed. It is forced air heated. They also have holding tank heat pads on every one of their holding tanks. So there's a bunch of things like Asdel under the skin, a lot of aluminum framework, 400 watts of solar, prep for a 2,000 watt inverter. They are doing some awesome things here. Now, I haven't closed this model up, so I don't know what the road mode's going to be like to the bathroom. I think you might lose it. I'm not sure. But we will go through this thing and show you the good with the bad and let you decide if it's the right one for you or not. And I'm really curious to hear from you as we go. Where did they nail it and where did they fail it? All right, everybody, got a fun one for you today. I've had so many people asking when this was coming out, and today's the big day. This was my personal favorite couples camping fifth wheel floor plan, and they just cranked it out in a travel trailer, and it is amazing. Welcome, everybody. Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV down here at Brinkley today, getting my first chance to go through the new Model I 275 behind us here. This is the second of the Brinkley Model I family, and it's slightly bigger than the first one, the 265, as the model numbers kind of suggest. But it basically, instead of having only one seating space and then the kind of combo desk dinette entertainment multi-function station, this one goes a little bit further, adding an extra sofa in there. So what's really cool is in only about 31 foot tip to tail, we have a very private Olympic queen bedroom with a monster windshield, making it look and feel nice and spacious, with its own dedicated air conditioner, factory standard by the way, extra tall ceiling, which means plenty of headroom for a goofball like me in the shower. But the living room gives us a sleeper sofa and a theater seat directly facing their smart projection entertainment system that has a smart window and privacy shade. So if you want to be able to watch TV inside or out and not watch TV outside while inside, you can do any of that and all of that, or none of that, while also still maximizing campsite window coverage and excellent kitchen space and storage. The kitchen solutions in this, I think, are probably one of its quietest but best qualities. Like the extra power outlets in one of the best pantries I've ever seen. To be able to have like coffee makers tucked away and not eating up your counter space, even dishwasher prep under the sink, and that campside overlook window over the kitchen sink. I am an absolute sucker for that stuff. But then there's the things like the fact that this RV effectively has a factory standard automotive paint package like you would often pay $10,000 to $15,000 optionally for in a fifth wheel. We have standard here for a fraction of the price, while still including things like that really large true gray tank holding capacity, factory solar, a new 3,000 watt factory standard inverter, and a bunch of other things. I cannot do this thing justice with a quick little 2-minute intro. So pop the popcorn, sit down, buckle up, grab your hat, hold on, because we have a lot to cover, and I want to hear what you have to say about this one, good, bad, ugly, in between, and I'll do you the courtesy of repeating the same. And if you appreciate that, hit that subscribe button, and let's go. Every time they keep doing this, every time you folks say, why don't they make one with XYZ, they do it. So I hope you enjoy the trailer you suggested they make. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Vicious RV, down here to see the newest in the Model Z Air travel trailer family. And if I boil this down very simply, if you're very familiar with the Brinkley family, what they did here is they gave it the 285 front end and the 310 back end. So what we have is opposing super slides on probably what is the most luxury level trailer out there, with maximized campside window coverage, the power televator function, the carpetless floor flush slides, the taller ceilings with the barrel, all the good things that you expect out of Brinkley, with the 285 front end, which means that it has the extra tall shower. We've got the easy walk around north-south queen bed with an amazing vaulted easy storage lift system behind it. But across from the bed in the bedroom, a second electric space heating Tootsie toaster, another smart TV staring down at you at a little bit of a downward dog angle so you're not wrecking your neck on this thing, and a huge closet that is prepped and ready for a combo or stackable washer dryer. So what you're kind of looking at here is the 310 Brinkley trailer is the big triple slide. It's the largest of their travel trailer family. And if you like that, but it's a little too big that, for you to tow around regularly, that's where this one comes in. The idea behind this floor plan is to give you the biggest living space possible, with the most windows possible, in something that's not the largest RV possible, and it is absolutely accomplishing that goal. Of course, we've got the dual power awning still, the hot cold weather package, the the Asdel layering below the fiberglass, the better tires. Like, this is a heavy travel trailer because they're using heavy fifth wheel grade tires, suspension, axles, everything, chassis, frame, so that you could take this thing down the road a lot and not have it rattle trap apart, which is kind of one of the ideas and the goals behind these. But there's so much more we haven't covered yet. I'm really excited to go through this one with you. I think that you're going to enjoy it. Again, this came from your suggestions, so continue to provide that feedback. Let us know what you like and what you'd like to see changed on the RV as we go. And chances are they're going to just keep doing what you're looking for. So again, the best RV for travel access is one without a slide. But if you're like, no, I need more space than that when I get there. Hope you enjoyed today's look at a handful of different things here. And there's definitely a bunch of stuff that probably could have qualified for this list that maybe I just haven't bumped into. Because again, this is mostly a look back at the RVs that I've touched with travel access over the last 12 months. I do a compilation video like this for travel access RVs about once a year. So you might actually consider looking back through my 2024, maybe 2023, I did a video like this to get some more ideas. And if you appreciate what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. And remember, if you want to learn more about these, I've done full-length videos on every single thing that you've seen today. And assuming I don't forget, I will leave you links in the video description to refer back to those anytime. And if there's another grouping like this you'd like to hear about, see, learn more about, leave me a note, let me know, and I'll do my best to make it happen. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.